What's going on? Prince Ayo here. I know I've been out of commission a little bit with the podcast. I've been working a lot of content. I'm getting a new job, so help pay the bills because boy, so it's bills. But I really wanted to get back into my podcast game, so I'm just gonna update you my life a little bit and what's going on from here on out for the rest of the year. So I do have more content coming out. I do have plans to drop this song in the summer. Me and my boys have been working on it. Not Brian, but other friends are working on it. It's called Not Impressed. I really hope people are going to enjoy it. Maybe you can get on some Spotify editorial list. I don't know. We'll see. But it's just a project I've been working on. I ended up selling my camera. So you're going to end up seeing more 4K footage instead of 1080p footage. So that's something new as well. I just want to upgrade a lot of my stuff. But unfortunately, my phone cracked while I was at work the other day. So I'm going to have to fix that, but it's not going to stop production because I still have my back camera, even though I don't have my frontal camera, even though I don't have the front part of my phone camera, which is totally fine. You know how to learn how to adjust in life. So that's how it's going to work out. So, I mean, what's been going on? I mean, you got from February, I did drop a podcast. March, I did drop a podcast. But then I took a little bit, that was beginning of March, but then I took a little bit break from March to middle of May. It's May 16th. I took a break from March all the way to middle of April. So it's April 16th today. And April 16th, 2021. You got to mark the dates and everything like that. But yeah, let's just go over what happened so far. I mean, we got people starting to get back into their jobs. People are getting vaccinated. The vaccination is still questionable. I plan on getting vaccinated eventually, especially in my job. They're going to probably require it eventually. So I'm not trying to be the first person to get it, but I am planning to get the vaccination. I don't think it's a terrible idea. I still question it, but the countries, at least the United States, is starting to come together a little bit. People are starting to see the light at the end of the tunnel because back in 2020, a lot of people were depressed, stuck in the house. People are now able to be free, allowed to go out, get a breath of fresh air, allowed to socialize with people, even though they're keeping safe distance and stuff like that. But I still feel like the country's coming back to normal a little bit. I also noticed a lot more drama, at least in the pop culture industry and financial industry, pop culture. You can say there's an elevator drama with, I don't know if you guys know who Quavo is. He's a industry rapper, part of a trio group called Migos, and his past girlfriend, they got into an elevator fight, which I thought was going to be something outrageous, in my opinion, but another Ray Rice situation. But thank God it wasn't, even though they could have handled that situation a lot better. I do feel like it was something that was just taken to the extreme, especially just to grab attention. But at the end of the day, that's between them, and that's what happens when you're in the limelight. You don't really have a sense of privacy, so that's something that they dealt with behind closed doors. What else is going on? Oh, last month, even though I didn't get to talk about it on the podcast, a woman decided to put Gorilla Glue on her hair, and it was stuck like that for weeks. She did it for a day, and it was stuck. Her hair was literally stuck to the side for weeks. I thought that was insane. People decided to help her with the financial situation, even though I think the medical doctor ended up doing it for free and was able to retain most of her hair. So that was lucky for her. What else has happened? In the technological industry, cryptocurrency is just going through the roof. I really can't believe that it's been going that crazy, especially what happened with, I don't know if anybody heard about the Wall Street bets industry with GameStop. I'll give a little insight to it. Basically, big major Wall Street bettors were trying to bet against GameStop and basically have GameStop go bankrupt, and the people weren't having it, so they decided to make a Reddit group and try to pump GameStop. And they got GameStop almost to $490, almost $500. I might be mistaken, it might have been $450, but they pumped it to a lot. They pumped it a lot. Pump it up a lot. So that was very interesting to watch. But ever since then, a lot of people have been getting into just stocks in general. So I feel like it's really good to educate people on that. Yeah, I know that's a little bit of technology and a little bit of money industry, but it was still great to see that going. What else? Today is what I say, April 16th. Yeah, so this past week, a lot of people have been trying to hype Dogecoin since 2019, 2020, and it was not going past, I want to say 5 cents, but now it's going to like 24 cents. So a lot of people are getting excited for that because some people are investing in Dogecoin. So I'm excited for some people to make some money off that. And the reason being is because I honestly believe that the US dollar is definitely going to be depreciated in the next couple of years. They're printing way too much money, especially with the stimulus package, especially with just giving out money just to reestablish the economy. And it just needs to be a new tunnel of money flow going to the people, and they have to find a way to create their own money. But printing this much money, it's not going to work for the economy going in the future into the digital age, and my personal belief behind the economy. What else is going on? I also believe that Elon Musk is coming out with some new technology. I just saw a video of this monkey playing the game. It was able to move objects with his brain. I thought that was very eerie, like some Black Mirror type shit. But at the end of the day, that's just something that we're going to have to get used to, because at the end of the day, that is where technology is going. I believe that it could also, there's pros and cons to it, but I'd rather just go in with an optimistic view of where technology is going instead of seeing it as a big dystopian era. What else is going on? So I covered a little bit of pop culture, covered a little bit of technology, covered the reason why I haven't been posting as much. Brian will come back on the show. I just gave him a couple weeks off because I needed to restore my life. I had to get some things in order. I was able to pay some of my cards off, so I'm happy about that. When I say card, I mean like credit card. I was in debt last year, but thank God I was able to pay some of the cards. And this job's really helping me out, even though I'm exhausted all the time. But that's the working class in America. If you want to get to anywhere you want to go, you have to work. But not only work, you got to work smart. You know, the reason why I say work smart is because, yeah, you don't want to be considered lazy, but you don't want to overwork yourself for trading time for money. And the way to find a balance is trying to find some type of equalizer with your money and trying to invest it. So that's why I'm so happy that a lot of people are starting to get into investments, because you'll see it on social media platforms all the time. People are complaining, I don't have money for this, I don't have money for that. But because we are in the digital age and information is still getting spread out there, I know people are selling courses and selling BS courses and stuff like that, but there's still enough information out there for you to learn on your own if you're willing to put in the work. So that's the equalizer right there. You got to be willing to put in the extra time, even though you're working to pay your minimum bills, right? I say this, but that's something I have to practice as well too, even though I know that concept sucks, because you're already working, right? You're already working to pay your bills, but you're just not making enough to either live the luxury of life. At least in America, first world country, you work hard, so you want to reap some benefits from working hard, right? I believe that. I think a lot of Americans should do that too. What else? I was looking in the housing market because I am still living in my parents' basement right now. I'm 27-year-old. Something I'm not really ashamed of, because I'm saving money, but also I'm getting my financial situation over with and trying to get that acquainted, because when I move out, I'm able to do it appropriately instead of just rushing into things and then end up taking 4 steps backwards after taking 1 step forward. That doesn't make sense to me. And a lot of people end up doing that. Everybody's situation is different. I'm just willing to expose my situation because I'm that confident with my audience members. What else? I think that's most of what I want to talk about. But I do continue to have the different scenery for the podcast. I just got an LED light, just making it more interesting, more aesthetically pleasing when it comes to the visual as well. The audio, I do have some audio equipments that I can work with that's going to definitely have a more pleasing taste, so you won't hear all the muffles and little silent noises in the background. So I am working on that as well. Like I said, it's about building, working hard, and working smart, right? So when you're doing all that, that just takes time. Because at the end of the day, the only currency that actually really matters, the only currency that is really the main purpose of living is time. That's my opinion. You can take it or leave it, but the only currency that will ever matter, the only currency that will ever be worth it in the long run is time. Time and what you do with your time. So with that being said, that's all I got for this episode. I appreciate all y'all who have been listening. I know I've been gone for a little bit, but I'm still here. I'm still trying to keep putting out content, not only for you guys, but also help work my side hustles and just being creative at the same time. Because I'm a Gemini, baby, and Geminis like to be creative. I don't believe in all that astrology stuff, but just to give you a sense of my personality, who I am, I like to be more creative. And I know there's secret hate towards Geminis. It's like a love-hate, there's passion. I'm going to say there's passion for Geminis, all right? There's passion for Geminis. We're creative, but also we're seen as like a two-figured person. Like it's a stab in the back or all that stuff. It's just negative connotation with Geminis. And to be honest, everybody's different. Don't just base a person off their astrology, base a person off their character. And if you could tell by my character, I like to put myself out there in a more aesthetically pleasing way. So that's a part of me that I'm showing to you guys that I feel comfortable, and I'm trying to build a platform where it's a safe space that we can all feel comfortable for who we are. And you listening to me can also help you be a better person in the long run. If you want to be a better person, or not even just be a better person, character development, just understanding different people. And I'm a different person to you if you're listening to me or if you're watching me as well. And that's all. I think that was just something to reintroduce the podcast again. Just letting y'all know I'm still here, still grinding. I ain't forget about it. I ain't give up on the podcast. I don't just start something and forget about it. I'm just trying to work my way to getting the standard of what I want my platforms to look like. And that takes work, and that takes from failing to trying again. All right, you had a success here, but that's not enough. So tweaking, all a little tweaking. And until next time, I hope you enjoyed the podcast. All right. I like that.